Blacklight Interstellar Survey, Expedition Voice Summary. Expedition Day 7, Galactic Standard Date 14th of August 3312, mission elapsed time is 9 days. The vessel is the BIS Caspian Explorer Registry BIS-CEV-001. This is Commander Dean Shanra aboard the BIS Caspian Explorer. This is the expedition summary covering our most recent survey operations beginning on the 12th of August 3312. We finished working our way through Red Gear ET-U C2-5, which has turned out to be considerably larger than I originally expected. At this point, I've lost track of how many planets I've landed on in this system. Probably a healthy sign now that we're finished. The last few worlds have mostly been icy bodies orbiting the larger gas giants. We found quite a bit of geological activity: water geysers, fumaroles, silicate vapor geysers. The usual things you might expect to find when you spend several days crawling around planets that look completely hostile to life. And naturally, more bacteria. One of the worlds had a methane atmosphere and another biological signal, lime bacterium. Another had cobalt bacterium. I'm beginning to think the bacteria are keeping better records of my expedition than I am. Eventually, though, we reached the high metal content worlds orbiting the M-class star. These were something else. They were extremely hot. Some of them are hot enough that I could only operate the Scorpion from the night side. The dayside views were incredible, though. Looking up at that star from the surface while standing on a world being heated to several hundred Kelvin is not something I expect to forget anytime soon. The geological activity was impressive too. Silicate magma, silicate geysers, silicate fumaroles. More evidence that even these seemingly barren worlds are far from being static pieces of rock. After several days of work, the system is finally complete. Red Gear ET-U C2-5 is officially surveyed, and then we jump to Red Gear YE-T B3-0, which was nothing. One T-Tauri star, one rocky asteroid field. That's it. After spending days surveying ET-U C2-5, I almost didn't know what to do with myself. I ran the scans, confirmed there was nothing else in the system, marked it complete, and moved on. It's funny how quickly exploration can change. One system keeps you busy for days, the next one takes a few minutes. Then came Red Gear JA-A D21, and finally something worth slowing down for again. It's a binary star system. The primary is a G-class white-yellow star with 8 orbiting bodies. The secondary is a K-class star with another 6. Several worlds around the primary immediately caught my attention. Body 3 is a high metal content world and a strong terraforming candidate. Body 4 is another, and Body 4 has a biological signal, so naturally that's where we went. Emerald bacterium. At this point, I'm starting to wonder whether finding intelligent life is actually going to be easier than finding a colour of bacteria I haven't seen yet. But the really interesting discovery was Body 5, a water world. The atmosphere is mostly nitrogen with a decent amount of oxygen and a little carbon dioxide. The temperature and pressure are also considerably more reasonable than most of the worlds we've been visiting. Looking at the data, I wouldn't be surprised if there's life down there. The frustrating part is that I can't investigate it. We don't have the equipment. I can scan it, I can record it, I can stare at the data until my eyes hurt, but I can't land there. So whatever might be living beneath those clouds and oceans is going to have to remain a question for another expedition. Maybe someday we'll have the technology. For now, we'll just have to wonder. We've also got the 2 terraforming candidates to consider. If these worlds are eventually developed, they could be significantly more valuable than most of the frozen rocks we've been cataloguing. It's a nice reminder that exploration isn't just about finding alien life. Sometimes it's finding places where humanity might eventually have a future. And now we're preparing to move on. The Caspian Explorer is being configured for a supercharged frame shift drive using a neutron star. That should carry us considerably closer to the nebula. I've done the necessary preparations, and the ship is being brought down into a low power configuration for the night. The next leg of the expedition should be interesting. We've spent quite a while working our way through these systems. We found some unusual orbital arrangements, we found geological activity, we found more varieties of bacteria than I ever expected to care about. We found potential terraforming worlds, and we found at least one water world that I desperately wish we could investigate. But we still haven't found what I'm really looking for. Something intelligent. Something that looks back. I've always believed the numbers are on our side. If there are at least 3 intelligent species in this galaxy, then there has to be more. We just haven't found them yet. Maybe they're out there waiting for us. Maybe we're not supposed to find them. Either way, we're getting closer to the nebula, and I have a feeling the further we go, the less ordinary these expeditions are going to become. For now, though, the Caspian is quiet, the systems are powering down, and tomorrow, assuming the neutron star doesn't turn us into a very expensive debris field, we'll continue. This is Commander Dean Shanra aboard the BIS Caspian Explorer. Explore, discover, understand. The unknown awaits. End of recording.